So today with Sergey, we had another training day, and we worked specifically today on form and technique and some starts, and also on just some short 100-meter sprints. So just to go over a few things with you, you'll notice that Sergey has his hands on the rim here. So we use this rim for striking and follow through, and that is where we gain our power and our speed to go around the track. So at the beginning of it, Sergey will start at about between a 10 and 11 o'clock position at the start line. And what he'll do is his first 4 to 5 strokes when he starts a race are going to be driving down on this rim a little bit shorter, and just to get momentum and start going. And after 4 or 5 strokes, he's going to open up, and what's going to happen is down here about 5 o'clock, he's going to flick off the back of that rim, and he's going to bring his arms out like this. And then he's going to come back at that 11 o'clock position. He's going to strike, go down, and then he's going to flick off of that rim and rotate his arms back. The more rotation that he has, the further he's able to flick those arms back. When he comes back down to strike again, he's got all that momentum, that driving force to gain power and speed around the track. And another key with going around the track is you'll notice his body, how he's leaning forward. So if he leans up, possibility he could tip over. He wants to be down, low. So we're going to talk now specifically about the events that we race in around the track once we go to the Invictus Games at The Hague in the Netherlands. So the 4 races that we have are the 100-meter race, the 200-meter race, the 400-meter race, and the 800-meter race. So your 1 and 2 are going to be your sprint races, your 4 and 8 a little bit more of an endurance. And there's a couple of keys that we want to specifically work on when it comes to training, a few different techniques and things that you can do. One of the things is, for me personally at home, I have a trainer, which is a stationary machine at home, and the track chair goes on top of that trainer, so if weather's bad outside, or if I'm specifically wanting to work on my starts and my speed, a lot of endurance, I can sit on this trainer inside versus going out on the track. Secondly, you obviously want to get out on the track because that's what you're going to be racing on once race day comes around. And racing on the track, for me, it's a lot of going through those 1, those 2, those 400 and those 800 races, specifically paying attention to the times when I'm on a track training. I'll do multiple of those 1, 2, 4, and 800s over and over again. I'll specifically focus on the sprints one day, and doing a lot of 100 and 200 meter work, and then the next day I'll work on the 400 and 800 meter, a little bit more of the endurance work. Another key is, obviously, with Sergey here in his chair, this is a lot of upper body work. It's all upper body work, actually, so a lot of arm, a lot of shoulder work. And the key is we want to make sure that we're engaging the back muscles, the scapula muscles here and in the shoulder blade area, and that's going to happen when he does his striking and follow through and coming through like this. The less of a stroke and a follow through he has, the more work that it does on the front of the shoulders, and that's the easy way that you're going to get burnt out going around the track when you're racing and competing. So you want to have that full range of motion and make sure that you are working all of the muscles back there by the shoulders and in between the shoulder blades there in the scapula area. So a lot of upper body work, hitting the weight room and doing different exercises that will work that upper body to keep that upper body in shape. And then it's just getting on a trainer or getting on that track and just repeating over and over those races that you're going to be involved with and doing training with those specific races. And then I would say lastly is very important thing is just really focusing on that form and that technique and that follow through. So those are the biggest things for me personally as a track chair racer that I focus on and work on when it comes to track chair racing.